Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Becoming Proactive with Soumya Agarwal. So today I am with the lecture number 1 of Strategic Management, and that is your chapter 1 Introduction to Strategic Management. Now these lectures will be in English or in Hindi. This question might be in your mind. So let me just clear you that these lectures will be in maximum English. By maximum English, I mean that 70% or 60% explanation will be in English, but wherever I will feel that I need to translate the same, जहाँ पे भी मुझे ऐसा लगेगा that मुझे उस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन को ट्रांसलेट करना है या फिर एक्सप्लेन करना है हिंदी में, then I'll explain those portions in Hindi as well. Okay, so these videos can be used by both the North Indian students and the South Indian students as well, because the South Indian students demand videos in English. That is why I am using them, means I am making the videos in maximum English. Okay, so that these videos can benefit everyone, and I myself am a North Indian, so that is why my English can be understood by the North Indians as well. So I don't find any problem, and that is why I have made this decision. But I wanted to know your feedback through the comment section, so do not forget commenting. Okay, also do join my Telegram channels. One is for doubts and one is for motivation and other important information. I usually drop all the announcement through voice notes on my channel, so that is why I'll link them in the description and you can just go and join the channels. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So let's just see the chapter overview. We are going to study about business policy, concept of management, concept of a strategy. Then we will study about a strategic management, strategic levels in an organization, and strategic management in government and non-profit organizations. Also, one point I wanted to make you all clear that in my previous announcement, I have mentioned that I'll try to cover all the chapters of the strategic management in 15 to 16 videos. Okay, but by chance if any of video is for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, that means if any videos of a shorter time span, then the number of videos can exceed 15 or 16 as well. Okay, I will complete all the chapters, but do not look the number of videos, just look at the duration. I'll make videos of 30 to 45 minutes, and so that they do not feel very heavy to you also, and I can also easily record. Okay, so that is why the time span of all the videos will be 30 to 45 minutes. So I cannot means I'll try my best, but I cannot be so sure that how many number of videos will be made. Okay, fine. So in this video, I'll try to complete the three topics, the first three topics, that are your business policy, concept of management, and concept of strategy. Now this word strategic management is made up of two words. First is your management and second is your strategy. But before that, they have given one topic, business policy. Now what is business policy? In this topic, I'll explain you one or two paragraphs, and the other paragraphs you have to read by yourself line by line. Okay, because this topic is particularly important, more important for MCQ and less important for subjective. Okay, I'm not saying that it is not at all important, but it is more important for MCQ. So that is why it is recommended that in audit, in EIS, in law, you should read your study material line by line, and also you should keep marking. Like suppose I have read this line, the origin of business policy can be traced back to 1911. Now suppose if I am the paper setter, what I can do is I can just give this line and I'll skip this year and I'll give four options: 1920, 1921, 1911, 1930. Okay, and the student has to choose anyone. I'm just giving you an example, though this year is not very important, but yeah, it is important. So what you should do is, like I just gave you a demo, you should read every line by line, and suppose you feel that any word can be asked, or if you are the paper setter, you can ask it to anyone, any particular word as MCQ. So you should just mark here MCQ. ओके, इन दिस वे यू हैव टू रीड द पैराग्राफ. इस तरह से आपको पढ़ना है जो अपनी बुक है, कि अगर आप पेपर बना रहे होते तो आप कैसे एमसीक्यूज पूछ सकते थे जिससे बच्चा आंसर नहीं कर पाए, या फिर जिस बच्चे ने स्टडी मटेरियल से पढ़ा हो इसी चीज़ को आप कंसीडर करते हुए अगर एमसीक्यूज बनाते तो कैसे बनाते. तो इस तरह से आपको पढ़ना है. ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू ऑल द टॉपिक्स, बट इट इज़ नॉट एट ऑल पॉसिबल फॉर मी टू रीड एवरी line by line because it will take a lot of time. Okay, and the topics which I will feel are very very important, I'll explain you each and every line of that. But the topics which I will feel that could be understood to you by yourself, for that I will explain you only selected paragraphs. Okay, but that does not mean that those points are not important. You have to prepare it by yourself, and in case any doubt arises, then you can drop that doubt in the doubt discussion with Soumya Agarwal on Telegram. Okay, fine. So in this business policy, first of all, let me just tell you that what is the meaning of business policy. So business policy as defined by Christensen. This whole paragraph is very very important for MCQ, for subjective as well, and this word is also important. Okay, Christensen. Now business policy as defined. Now Christensen has given one definition for business policy. What he has said: the study of functions and responsibilities of senior management. Now see, there are 3 levels in an organization which you have already studied in your class 12th. I should draw here. Okay, first is your top level, second is your middle level, and third is your lower level. Okay, also keep your highlighters with you so that wherever I am telling you to mark anything, or wherever I am telling you to mark anything important, then you can at least mark it or star mark it. Okay, so there are 3 levels to an organization: top level, middle level, lower level, right? So basically the decision making power is with the top level, and the execution of those decisions, the responsibility of execution of those decisions lies with the middle level and the lower level. Okay, so in this way our organization is divided into top, middle and lower level. So the study of functions and responsibilities of senior management. Now this top level comprises of senior management. So what are their responsibilities, what all functions do the senior management do, is a part of business policy. Okay, then the crucial problems that affect the success in the total enterprise and the decisions that determine the direction of organization and shape its future. The crucial problems that affect success in the total enterprise. If we look at this line, just relate it to the current circumstances which are going through. We are suffering from quarantine periods, COVID period, pandemic situation. Okay, so this has really impacted the business situation in a very very negative way, right? Because there were lockdowns in the city, and due to that the sales were decreased to a large extent, and that is why it is becoming very difficult for the businesses to recover. Okay, so these are the problems that are affecting the business, that are affecting the future of the business. So who will take the decisions to deal with these situations? The top management of the business. Of course, if you are in a sole proprietorship, अगर आपकी खुद की दुकान है तो of course आप अपने decisions खुद ले सकते हो, because all the levels, at all levels you are only the beholder at all the levels. But if you own a large organization, if your organization is divided into 3 broad levels, top level, middle level, lower level, then who will take the decisions to deal with the situation? The top management only. Okay, so business policy is that only, that what we should do in which situation, what are the functions, what are our functions. Okay, like suppose if you go in any say school or any organization, you will find that they have various policies that we offer these kind of services. Okay, we do this, we are these. So basically what defines your organization, what defines your business is actually your business policy. So Christensen has said that if you study the functions and responsibilities of senior management and the crucial problems and the decisions that affect your business and shape its future are the content of business policy. Okay, now the problems of policy in business, like those of policy in public affairs, have to do with the choice of purposes, the molding of organizational identity and character, the continuous definition of what needs to be done. What needs to be done, मतलब क्या होना चाहिए, and the mobilization of resources for attainment of goals in the face of competition or adverse circumstance. This is what I already said, like COVID while example was there. Okay, then business policy tends to emphasize, now this is another important paragraph, what does business policy do? This was what is business policy, and this is what does business policy do. It tends to emphasize on the rational analytical aspect of a strategic management. It presents a framework for understanding strategic decision making in organizations. Okay, then such a framework enables a manager to make preparations for handling general management responsibilities effectively. Now this is a very technical paragraph, but before starting with the explanation of this, let me just tell you that with a example which is not related to your study, but which is a general example. Like suppose you want to make pav bhaji. Okay, I hope that this pav bhaji is understood by everyone. This is a dish which is made up of lots of vegetables, lots of masale and salt, and of course the pav bhaji masala. Okay, so if you want to make pav bhaji, what do you need? Okay, not pav, just bhaji. So you need materials required are your vegetables, okay, then your oil or butter, then your masala, then salt, etc., etc. So this is your business policy, what all are the materials required basically. Okay, now how are you going to use these resources? So that means, in which manner should you chop all the vegetables? Should you boil the vegetables, or you should directly cook the vegetables, okay, with the bhaji? So all this process, that how you are going to do, how you are going to proceed with the bhaji preparation, is basically your strategy. So you can just conclude with whatever I am saying, that business policy is the origin of strategy. Now I just go to a student and I just say that you have to make a strategy. तुमको strategy बनानी है. Now he will say that ये पागल वागल है क्या? Strategy बनानी है. किस बात की strategy बनानी है? Okay, what is the purpose of a strategy? For which purpose, for which objective should I make the strategy? Of course, you will ask this only. Okay, if without explaining anything, I just tell you that you have to make a strategy, so there will be no sense in that. Okay, so for that, what do you need? You need a particular objective. You should know that for which purpose. What is your vision? Vision, mission, goals, objectives, we are going to read in chapter 2, but I'm just telling you that what is your mission? What is your vision? Okay, why do you want to? What do you want to achieve? Okay, so all what you want to achieve, you should know that. And all this is covered in business policy. Now, how you are going to achieve that, the way in which you are going to achieve that, is your strategy. So first, let's just discuss about business policy. In business policy, what did I told you? That why are you doing it? What is the decisions that will shape your organization's future? Okay, so it is, business policy is a rational analytical aspect of strategic management, and it presents a framework for understanding strategic decision making. Now framework ऐसा है, ये framework है, जिस framework के अंदर ही जो भी decisions हैं वो मैं लूँगी. Okay, so it acts as a framework, means you can say a boundary. Fine, a boundary. Okay, under which the strategic decision making is to be done. Now, such a framework enables a manager to make preparations for handling general management responsibilities effectively. I hope I am clear that if you are provided a framework that this is your purpose, this is what you are going to do, like you have to clear, you have to become a chartered accountant, and for that you have to clear 3 levels. Okay, now suppose if you are at CA Inter level, you will make a strategy for CA Inter. If you are at CPT level, you will make a strategy for CA Foundation or CPT. Okay, so That means you are already familiar with your purpose. So similarly, business policy is that only which just give you. Now suppose if you are at a foundation level or intermediate level and you make a strategy for CA final without clearing your CA inter, so will it help you to achieve your goal? No, because you are focusing on CA final without clearing CA inter, so it will not at all help you. Okay, so that is why first you should know that what you want to achieve, and under that framework, within that framework only, you should do your decision making. Fine. Okay, now let's just move on to the next concept, that is your management. Now, as I have already told you that there are 3 levels to an organization: top level, middle level, lower level. We just discussed that top level holds the decision making authority. Fine. So the people who belong to the top level are generally termed as management. Now what is the meaning of key? Key का मतलब क्या हुआ? चाबी? नहीं. Key means top. Key means top level. Okay. So top group, or I just said top. It's not top. It's important. I'm really sorry. I'm repeating. Key means not chabi. It is important. Okay. With the flow I just spoke, I'm really sorry. Key means important. Okay. Key means important. So the important group in an organization in charge of its affairs. Now, in relation to an organization, management is the chief organ entrusted with the task of making it a purposeful and productive entity. By understanding the task of bringing together and integrating the disorganized resources of manpower, money, material, technology into a functioning whole. Ma'am, हमें एक भी word समझ नहीं आया. We could not even understand a single word except the word key. Wait, I'll explain you each and everything. Do not worry. You go in a hotel and you say, call the manager. Who is the manager, bhai? You use this term in your daily language a lot of time. Who is a manager? Manager is the one who has the responsibility for the effective functioning of hotel. Right. Similarly, in a business also, management, because business is at such a large scale, at such a large level, so that is why it is not possible for just one person to take all the decisions. That is why there is a group of people who are actually the key group of an organization and who have the charge of affairs. Now what affairs do? They make a business, means they do all the task, or you can say they do the delegation of authority and responsibility, so that all the humans, like suppose if a person is specialized in something else and I give him the job to do something else, so will he be able to do that job efficiently? No. So that is why what I will do, I will match the skills which a person possesses and I will allot him the work which match to his skills, so that all the work which is going in my organization will be conducted in a very, very productive manner. So this is what management does. Management has to allocate all the resources efficiently. Okay. Then management has to do the delegation of authority and responsibility. Management has to arrange all the resources. So this is what management do. This you have already studied from, means you can say in class 12th also. It is really very simple. Now you can just read every line by yourself. I am just explaining the highlighted ones. Then management is a set of interrelated functions and processes carried out by the management of an organization. Now individuals perform various functions, like they do planning, they do organizing, they do directing, they do staffing, right? They do controlling. So all these are management functions, and these all are closely related. Basically, what is the objective of management? That the organization is able to achieve its objective in a very, very productive, efficient and effective way. Okay. Now management is an influence process to make things happen, to gain command over phenomena, to induce indirect investments and people in a particular manner. So the COVID example which we discussed in the last topic, we can discuss it here as well. Like suppose I just told you that to deal with the situations, because all this was very, very unexpected and we are running with a pandemic situation. So to deal with this situation, the management of various business organizations is participating and you can say analyzing that what can be done to improve the situation. So you may find that in various industries there are various discounts and sales going on these days. So why is it so? This is so because people have shortage of money, because due to lockdown from so many months they could not earn much, and that is why they are just cutting off their expenditures, so that they can just arrange food and necessary resources which they require for their daily living. But businesses have to run, भाई उनको भी तो अपना घर चलाने हैं. So that is why the management of various industries, the management of various businesses, they are offering various discounts and everything like that, so that they can attract various customers. Similarly, to motivate more people for vaccination also, various schemes are launched by government. Okay, so all this is a part of management, that how to command over phenomena and how to direct events and people in a particular manner. So all this decision making, all this planning, all this means managing skills are with the managers only. So with their analysis, with their intuitive skills, what do they do? They tackle the situation. Okay, so this topic is very simple. I guess that more explanation is not required, but still if you feel any difficulty, you can drop it on Telegram. Then comes the third topic, and that is your strategy, and this is the most important topic. Direct questions can also come from this topic, so make sure that your ears, your eyes, your brain, everything is open, and if it is not, you can just pause the video and come when everything is open. Okay, now a typical dictionary defines the word strategy. Strategy क्या होता है? What is strategy? You have heard this word a lot of times. People generally tell you that if you are a CA student, you should have a right strategy, a right approach. Similarly, you have listened this word in wars and everything like that. Like if you are watching Mahabharat, then also you must have studied, not studied, you must have listened this word a lot of times. Like chal, okay. Then your Shadyantra. I don't know how to write Shadyantra, but I guess it's from this. Wait, no issue. Okay, this chal, this Shadyantra. So what all is this basically? So this is the way a process has to be done, the way a situation has to be tackled. Till now we discussed in business policy what is to be done. Then in management, who has to do. Okay, now strategy is the way how it is to be done. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Who will do, what will do, how to do, and a detail of how is your plan. So strategy is the origin of plan, and business policy is the origin of strategy. I hope I'm clear till here. Okay, now in the context of business, the application of the term is not much different. Now they are saying that you have listened this word strategy in dictionary also, you will find that it is mostly related to war. But they are saying that it is not very different in business also. In business also you will find this word. Businesses have to respond to dynamic and often hostile external forces while pursuing their mission and objectives. Now the business environment is very dynamic. What is the meaning of dynamic? Dynamic का मतलब क्या हुआ? So basically, with the word dynamic, I mean to say dynamic and hostile external forces. So see, before discussing the meaning, let me just give you an example also. Like change in fashion, change in taste. All these are part of external forces that affect the business, right? All these are different forces that affect the business. So dynamic is basically the way in which people behave to a particular situation. So this is dynamic, and people may respond in very different way. Okay, people may respond in very different way. Also, like situations and pandemics like COVID-19. So all these are external forces, and these are something that a business cannot control. Okay, these are not under 100% control of a business. So businesses have to respond to dynamic and often hostile external forces while pursuing their mission and objectives. So basically, dynamic means that you are expecting the people to respond in a particular way, but they respond in a different way. So this is very common for business, and you should be prepared for that. Policy and strategy are quite interrelated, but the interesting thing is study how they differ. Now comes the point which I have already explained you. Policy is a thought process. It talks about what should be done in a particular situation. But strategy talks about how the policy should be followed. Okay, so whenever you study these terms now, remember the example of bhaji. If you don't know what is bhaji, you can just connect it with whatever you know, means it is a dish and you are given the materials required. So materials required are basically your policy, and how those materials should be used to make that particular dish which you want to make is the strategy. Okay, so now the important paragraphs which I am talking about is here. The topics, the paragraphs, the lines which I have left, please read them by yourself and you can ask your doubt on Telegram. This is one of the most important paragraph. Also, the second most important paragraph is this one. So these you can mark them very important. Okay, these two paragraphs, because these can also come to explain. So we may define the term strategy as a long range blueprint. Long range blueprint. What is blueprint? Institute has given you a blueprint of your syllabus. They have told you that these particular chapters are for 20%, these particular chapters for another 30%, and similarly they have given you the weightage of all the topics. Okay, so what is that weightage? The weightage which is given to you on that particular document is your blueprint of your syllabus. Similarly, strategy is a long range blueprint of an organization's desired image, direction and destination. That means what it wants to be, what it wants to do and where it wants to go. So see, you want to become a CA, and for that you first need to clear your CA intermediate. So you will make the strategy accordingly. So the blueprint of your CA intermediate syllabus and the way you will tackle with the syllabus should be made. Okay, and that is only your strategy. So that means your policy is to clear CA inter, and the way you want to clear, you are just noting it on a piece of paper, and that is only your strategy. So it is a long range blueprint of your desired image. Okay, that means you want to clear your CA inter. Then the direction, that means the way you are going to tackle with the syllabus, the way you are going to do your revisions, and the destination, that is your pass written on your result. Okay, that means what it wants to do, what it wants to what it wants to be, what it wants to do, and where it wants to go. Now these two definitions are given by Iger H. Insoff and William F. Lueck. I would recommend you to read them so that in case these are asked, then you can means mark them in MCQs. Also, if you are good in learning, then you can learn any of the one definition. But if you are not that means you are not able to mug up things, then I would recommend you that you should not learn them by heart, but at least try to remember the keywords. Like here the keywords are long range blueprint. Okay, then similarly desired image, direction and destination. So these are few keywords. Then strategy is consciously considered and flexibly designed system of corporate intent, action to mobilize resources, direct human effort and behavior. So this is what we were discussing, that management has to allocate resources, management has to do planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. This only we studied in management. So strategy is the process by which the corporate, that means top level, intent means purpose and action to mobilize resources, direct human effort and behavior to handle events and problems, to perceive and utilize opportunities, and to meet challenges and threats for corporate survival and success. So this we already discussed in management only. Management has to frame strategies, and they have to frame strategies in such a way so that they are able to exploit opportunities and they are able to offset weaknesses. Like opportunity can be that if any opportunity, that means any of the opportunity, I'm not just getting clicked with any example, but weakness can be here that how you're dealing with COVID pandemic. So offsetting the weakness can be example of dealing with COVID pandemic. Opportunity can be, yes, like Mukesh Ambani, the owner of Reliance Limited, when he saw that the online classes and the work and everything means there was high demand for internet services, so he got an opportunity, okay, to expand his business. So the COVID pandemic is an opportunity for Reliance Limited. Okay, so the way the managers of Reliance Limited reacted to the situation was they availed the opportunity. They analyzed and they availed the opportunity and they offset their weakness. Okay. Then another most important paragraph is strategy is no substitute for sound, alert and responsible management. Now they are saying that it is not sufficient that if you have made a strategy, then you do not need a responsible management. You do not need a alert and a sound management. This is because suppose you have made a strategy, so it is not at all possible that you just make a strategy and sit back and relax. No, because business is very dynamic. It is very unexpected. Okay, various unexpected situations can arise on a business. They can be daily also, and they can be means rarely also. But you cannot expect, you cannot predict everything 100% accurate. Okay, so it is not possible to predict each and everything in advance, and also if you predict, and it is not possible that everything happens as per your prediction. Like we all, or you can say all the businesses predicted that they will reach to a certain height in 2020 and 2021, but the unexpected pandemic arrived and everything changed. Okay, so that is why along with a strategy you should be alert to every situation, and also the strategy should be flexible. It should be changed as per the requirements of the situation. Okay, so it must be recognized that strategy can never be perfect, flawless and optimal. It is not possible that your strategy works for every phase of your business. So it is in the very nature of a strategy that it is flexible and pragmatic to take care of sudden emergencies, pressures and avoid failures and frustrations. In a sound strategy, allowances are made for possible miscalculations and unanticipated events. So they are saying that if you have a sound management, so what happens is they try to calculate the possible means the events which are unexpected, unanticipated events. They just try to project them. Okay, like in audit also you have studied a term projected misstatement. So that is only your possible miscalculations, that suppose the chances of occurring of an unanticipated events is this much, so you are preparing your organization up to this level to face any kind of unanticipated situation. Okay, I guess these two paragraphs might be technical to the people who are more comfortable in Hindi, so that is why I am explaining you these two topics in Hindi as well. Okay, सो देखो इसमें हम लोगों ने क्या डिस्कस किया है. लास्ट वाले पैराग्राफ में जो मैंने इंपॉर्टेंट मार्क कराया था उसमें ये कराया था कि जैसे ब्लूप्रिंट आपको जो सिलेबस का भी होता है ना कि इतना वेटेज का ये है, इतना वेटेज का ये है, तो इसी तरह से स्ट्रैटेजी भी एक लॉन्ग रेंज ब्लूप्रिंट ही है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को कहाँ जाना है, क्या बनना है. ठीक है, और किस डायरेक्शन में जाना है, किस तरह से जाना है, तो वो सब जो होता है वही आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी है। तो ये कुछ कीवर्ड्स हैं जो आपको लर्न कर लेने चाहिए ना। दिस पैरा इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो कि मैं यहाँ बता रही थी, ये बता रही थी मैं कि स्ट्रैटेजी आपने बना ली तो डज नॉट मीन कि आप जो है अपना मैनेजमेंट मतलब आपने स्ट्रैटेजी बना ली एक बार और आप आराम से बैठ जाओ। इट्स नॉट दैट। ओके, मैनेजमेंट जो है उसको अलर्ट रहना चाहिए और कंटिन्यूअसली उसको एनालिसिस करते रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज बिजनेस जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा डायनामिक है और वो बार बार चेंज हो सकता है जो बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट है। एंड हो सकता है कुछ ऐसे अनएक्सपेक्टेड इवेंट्स हो जाएं जो हो सकता है आपने इमेजिन ना करे हो, बट आपके बिजनेस पे उसका बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हो। तो उससे हमें डील तो करना है ना, बिजनेस एकदम से तो हम बंद कर नहीं देंगे, राइट। तो उसी के लिए ये है कि स्ट्रैटेजी का नेचर ही ऐसा है कि वो परफेक्ट नहीं हो सकती है हर सिचुएशन के लिए, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज फ्लेक्सिबल एंड प्रैग्मेटिक। प्रैग्मेटिक का बेसिकली मतलब हुआ टू डील विद द सिचुएशन इन अ प्रैक्टिकल वे। Okay, so how you are dealing with the unanticipated situations, the sudden emergencies, the pressures. Okay, and also they are saying कि मैनेजमेंट को कुछ ना कुछ एनालिसिस करके एक एक लेवल असर्टेन कर लेना चाहिए कि इस लेवल तक की अनएक्सपेक्टेड इवेंट्स हो जाने चाहिए, एंड उसी अकॉर्डिंग फिर अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को रेडी करना चाहिए अनएंटिसिपेटेड इवेंट्स के लिए। लाइक आपको भी बोला जाता है कि इफ़ यू आर डाउटफुल फॉर योर रिजल्ट, so you should not wait for your results and you should utilize your time and should give some time to your studies also. Like abhi exams हुए थे and it's possible that some students are not 100% confident that they will definitely clear. So it is recommended to them that they should allot few of their hours in a day to the subjects which they have already appeared. I know it is not easy to do it, but you have to be prepared for the worst. Okay. Well, I'll of course upload a plan very soon on my channel, but let's just move on to the topic. Okay, now organizations are divided into basically three parts, means the strategy is formulated at three levels: corporate level, divisional or business level, and functional level. Now corporate level includes top managers, and such strategies include the determination of plans for expansion and growth, vertical and horizontal integration, diversification, takeover, merger, new investment, divestment, R&D projects, and so on. Now ये जो भी terms है, these all terms which will be discussed in further chapters, we will discuss them. Okay, so basically they are saying that all the major decisions which are related to the future of the enterprise are basically in the hands of corporate level. Okay, now these corporate wide strategy need to be operationalized by division and functional level. So I already told you that basically, now here comes the word formulation and implementation. Now these are separate topics which we will discuss in detail, but in short I am explaining you that formulation is done by the corporate level, but implementation is done by divisional and functional level. Okay, but you should make sure that while you are formulating the strategy at the corporate level, you should involve. That means you should welcome the suggestions, you should welcome the opinions of business and functional level as well. It is because functional level are more close to the customers, they are more close to the audience in which you are serving. So that is why you will get a good opinion from them. So that is why you should include all the three levels in the decision making process, but the major and final decision will be decided by the corporate level. Okay, now this topic strategies partly proactive and partly reactive is very 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 important for your examination. And in this attempt also in July 2021 a straight case study came, but some students could not answer it because they could not recognize that from which topic was it, but it was very simple and this is a very very important topic. So I'll explain you this topic in the next class with a very good example which is in your study module only. Till then you have to read till here, you have to read each and every line, and also in whichever line you feel that MCQ can be framed, you have to mark it and write their MCQ. Okay, it's not necessary that you should do hundreds and thousands of MCQs. Okay, you have time, you should do the MCQs that are provided by the institute. Okay, they have issued one booklet, MCQ booklet. You should definitely solve it. But along with that, you should not attend any private MCQs session or books. You should study the study module only, because from here only they give MCQs in the exams. Okay, so read each and every line, and whichever line you feel important, just make it. You have to read each and every line with the perspective that you are the paper sitter. Then only you will be able to do justice with the MCQ preparation. Okay, and along with that, you have to solve the MCQ booklet which is given by institute, and the MCQs in the MTBs and RTBs. This will be sufficient, more than sufficient for MCQs. Okay, so please, this is your homework. You have to read till here, and from partly proactive and partly reactive, we will start from the next class. Okay, I hope that I could explain you these topics, and in case any doubt, you can feel free to contact me on Telegram. I will definitely reply you. So I'm ending this class here, and please give your feedback through the comment section. Thanking you. Bye bye.